Hello the internets, welcome back to the Waifus. I am Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about how to properly build both Anne and Claudia and where they are on the tier list. Before we start, as usual, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel, and we're going to start by going on to how to properly build them. I did like 200 something pulls, and I got LR and I got only you are Claudia. It is what it is. Now let's talk a little bit about how to build both of them and which one would I pull personally out of the two. Let me also pull up some of the testing that I was doing earlier for for Claudia, and let's start with the badges for both of them. Patch-wise, when it comes to Anne, she's the first tank in the game that actually benefits from block. So you want to go full block and also HP. I got lucky with my rolls. This was like less than 100 badges in total that I used tickets, so pretty happy. Full block and HP. You could be switching HP for defense, but I prefer the HP in my case. There is like no other real way of building her or optimal way of building her, so that's what I would recommend going for. With this and just one piece, or sorry, two pieces of LR, she is already tanking better than almost everyone. My E2C is like fully invested, so not more than her, but still catching up. So she's a fantastic tank. When it comes to Claudia, there is the DPS build, which is attack and ultimate damage, and there is also going to be the attack speed if you prefer for the support build in that case, right? A lot of characters have this. I went with the normal DPS build, and she is catching up to a lot of the characters in the game already. So for example, my Yuna is, as you can see here, 3.3 million and 2.2 million. She's doing more damage than my Yuna, and my Yuna it's an LR5 character, right? So that's a big difference already in there. My Patricia is doing a 3.6 versus 2.4, catching up to my Patricia, and my Patricia is also LR4. When it comes to the other characters, for example, Kaito, of course my Kaito is like fully invested, same for my Rachel, but still is a really good already, considering both my Kaito and my Rachel, right? Rachel is LR3 and my Kaito is LR4. And this girl at UR, right, Rarity UR is already doing so well. So if you want to invest in her and you don't have a DPS for the red team, absolutely go for Claudia. If you have no tank or no Yuna to at least use as fodder, right, or Faye, whatever you're using, I would recommend getting also Anne. I went for the full reverse because I like her design more, but I think Claudia, if you have no DPS, it's amazing, so you should be going for her as well. It depends how many gems you have, I'm gonna be honest, but it is what it is, right? The game gives enough gems that you should be able to get at least a couple copies of both. If you only want to focus on one, if you're a new player, go for the DPS. If you're already someone who has multiple copies, multiple DPSs and teams, and you want an extra tank for red, because there is no good explicator tank until now, then go for that. That said, let's talk a little bit about the tier list. So for those of you who don't know, the tier list, up until now, we have been basically, if I come here and I go with STARSEED tier list, we were translating the Chinese tier list. But I did not want to keep translating the Chinese tier list because they are kind of weird placements on some of them. I'm not saying they are bad, but I'm not saying mines are better, but I wanted to have my own tier list. So that's what we've been working on, and this is our first iteration of the tier list. You can filter by specializations, by positions, by whatever you need, by elements as well if you want to. And once again, this is our first iteration. We will be changing things based on feedback. Feel free to leave some feedback in the comments and we will be changing it. We have the evergreen or OP categories right now, the current meta, the good units, the niche and filler characters, and the underwhelming ones. As you can see, they have flags on top. So for example, if you go to Claudia and you put your mouse on top, they will tell you, hey, this character can fill multiple roles, depending how you invest in her, DPS or support. Same for Eradika, same for Freya. They can have different niche as well. They can have specific pairings. For example, for Patricia, you do not want attackers in the team. So there is a lot of nodes like this. I might make a team builder. I am not sure if I want to make it or not, because I am already covering too many games, and for the most part, even though plenty of people help me and I'm always grateful, but for the most part it's me, and it's already a lot of work, covering a lot of games and making a lot of tools. So for now, tier list is there, initial version, both Anne and Claudia T0, absolutely. I would not put them at the same level as Itus or Kaito. And for some people, we have the question of if Rachel should be on OP or not. But then there are situations where you don't care so much about Rachel, or you don't want to bring her, or she doesn't have that utility of having AoE and it's more single target damage, etc. So you will stay in current meta. Of course, as new characters from Korea come out, this will change. When we get our new tank, she will go into OP and it will go down. But for now, this is the 1.0 version, if you will, for the STARSEED tier list. Now that said, like I was saying earlier, I did like almost 200 pulls or something for UR. I'm gonna keep pulling a little bit for Claudia to see if I can get more copies. I would love to get her to LR for the skin, but I'm kind of tired of summer skins, so I might stop going for LR in characters. I don't have any need, right? And I'm already spending enough in the game, so I might just pull for a few copies, see what I get, and just chill with that. Because if we are gonna start to get double banners all the time, we need to prioritize what characters we want. That said though, that's gonna be it for this video. Do let me know your thoughts, guys, on the tier list. The link is in the description as usual for everything. Do let me know if you agree, if you don't agree, what you would change, right? And why you would change these things. And based on that, we will be making more adjustments as we test the characters. That said, that's gonna be it for this one. As usual, love you all, bossos. Have a good day, and see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことです。